Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Thank you so much for joining us again. We are back in the workshop and back working on the little Ranalah half wheel. Stickers are back in stock now. So go to ranalah.co.uk and the sticker packs, I've got another, how many? Have I got 200? 200 packs on ranalah.co.uk available now. Loved seeing everybody tag me on Instagram with where they've ended up sticking them. So wherever you end up sticking your stickers, tag me in the picture, put a picture online, tag me on Instagram. I really enjoy seeing where they all end up. It's quite nice to think there's these Ranalah logos appearing all over the world. It's awesome. That's enough of that. Jon is on the way up. I've had a good 3 or 4 days on the lathe making all of the axles, well, a lot of the components that I need, all the axles, the turn parts, the threaded insert, the little key collar. I got some nice shots, especially making the little nylon top wheel. So I've made a mock-up of the final top wheel out of Delrin, like a nylon almost, plasticky material, just so I can visualize it and see it in the space and see how it goes. So that machined really nicely. It was almost like confetti coming off of it. It was quite cool. So we can cut to that footage now. Well, that didn't work out. Some thing has happened to the card. I turned it on one day, tried to put it in the computer to send the files to Dan, and it just said no, like no card. It wouldn't recognize it. Put it back in the camera, no card. That card seems to have just died. This is always a big fear of mine. When we have these days, especially when we go up to the foundry and film for 2 days, all this information of days and days worth of work is just on some silly little plastic card. So I've lost days worth of footage. I'm sorry. I mean, to be fair, it was just a whole lot of turning on the lathe, which, I mean, how exciting is that? I don't know. Would have been nice to see some shots of it. Honestly, I'm gutted. I nearly cried. At least the axles are all still here. The bits that I've made and the top wheel, I've got them all on the bench. So let's go and have a look at those. I'm quite pleased with my top wheel. It's got a little ridge there like the normal Ranalahs. So that's the top axle. I've put grooves in it to stop it from rotating in the casting. This is the threaded insert for the bottom. That has got a little top hat sort of shoulder on the top so it can't pull out through the casting. And I've also machined little flats on it just for somewhere for the adhesive to stick to, and that is M12. The end of that's drilled and tapped to M12 as well. This is the part that has the keyway, and the cradle fits on there. Well, it will do. It doesn't quite yet, but it will do. And so that moves up and down. So this needs the keyway, and that needs the pocket for the key, putting in it there. I'm still learning an awful lot whilst making these components, trying to get things to fit really nicely. The top axle, I had to make 3 of them in the end. It was ridiculous. It was a bit like Goldilocks. One was too small, one was too big, one was too long, and then I got there in the end. This is all plenty good enough and really helpful for me to be able to build up the machine, get it working, get it down to Jeff, make sure it actually performs as well as it can. Full-size machines have a reputation for being the best wheeling machines, and these little ones need to live up to that name. They're still wearing the same Ranalah brand, the Ranalah name. They need to be as good. I know they're smaller, but they still need to give that perfect surface finish. That's enough of the axles. Jon is on the way up. He'll be here very shortly, so I need to have a good old tidy up, get ready, get the kettle on. But we've got the number 6, the full-sized Ranalah. We're going to be pouring the babbitt in that and setting the axles in that, which is exciting. That's always a big day. We haven't had a Tiger update for a while now. Jon has taken the seat that offended so many of you. You all hated that seat. I mean, I love it. I still love it. Jon has taken the seat away to his friend Stacey, who has restuffed it. And I really hope that he hasn't puffed it up so much that it looks brand new. I have a horrible fear. That's an original Bates seat, and I want it to look old and original. But Stacey's the man for the job, so fingers crossed.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, sorry. Now we're going to try and see why the brake light's not working. And I've got a surprise for him in the car.
Oh!
Oh! Do you want the surprise, Dom?
Not yet, we need to do the brake light first.
I think first things, we need to get this running, see if we've got power coming down to the switch.
Oh, because there's no battery.
Because Dom opted for no battery. This is a very early power probe. They're a lot more advanced than this now. But basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to power up certain items, and it's completely protected, so you're not going to blow anything up. So instantly we can check that this circuit to the light, because this is where our brake light switch would be, our little back light jumps on. So we know
So the brake light does work?
the brake light works.
Or the switch works?
No, it's not the switch. That's just the feed to the brake light. So we know that.
Oh, I see.
Circuit, yeah.
Okay.
Now what we need to do is see if we've got power coming up to it here. So we need the bike running, and then if there's power, as soon as we put our probe on it, it will light up red and go, yeah, we've got power. In which case, it's our little switch that's not making the connection. So
Easy. You make it sound so simple. Have you learnt anything so far?
yeah,
No, don't buy a Triumph.
that is.
Are you in?
Oh.
You got it?
God,
Hold it.
oh my God.
I don't really fully understand why it needs the headlight bulb to be in and on for the backlight to be working, because it's a different feed. Well, it's the same feed.
Same thing.
Same feed. I don't know. Who knows? How's that?
Working.
You don't seem very pleased about it, John.
Because I'm dying. I'm dying. Dom?
What's in the bag? Lunch.
Not lunch.
Oh, look at that.
Hey?
Nice. That's all new foam.
Yeah.
Exactly what it needed.
Which is not too much, just enough. Keep it original.
So it's all new foam.
All new foam. Want to see the old foam?
Oh, we even kept it.
It's more like a shoe. More like a moccasin.
Wow.
There we go. He said that's what happens to that kind of foam. He said that's probably all original. He's backed all this up. He said it's just, you know, it's just tearing where it's so rotten.
So it was stuck bit behind it.
Yes, he's got a new bit in behind it, all around here. And
That's the metal, isn't it? The edge, sharp edge of the metal cutting in.
he's had to sew it up there, look, see?
Oh, bless him. So we're going to get less hate for my seat now.
Yeah.
You're happy now? You like it?
Oh God, yeah, so much better now, look. Look, for a gentleman.
Well, let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it on the bike.
Somehow I got bent. Someone's sat on it, splayed it out. No.
Better than I was expecting, mate.
Finally.
Blew me hat off.
After all, now John has had his go on the bike. It's taken a few months, I will admit, but the weather was on our side. The time of day was on our side. All the stars aligned. The brake light was working, although when John was riding it, the headlight didn't work, which means the brake light doesn't work. We've still got a bit of an issue. I think it's the headlight bulb now is the next problem. We've spent the morning building up the big Ranalah, which you've seen too many times for me to bother filming, because you know exactly how to do that. Heating up the babbitt, pouring the babbitt, fixturing, setting all the axles. That's done. And actually, fingers crossed, we haven't taken it all apart yet, but it's gone well. Before we glue the axles into the casting on the frame, one of them needs a keyway cutting into it, a key being made, and a key pocket made in the other bit. There's a lot of bits to do, but I've never made a keyway before. Have you?
No broaching, I'm not broaching.
Broaching, yeah. So to make a keyway, it's basically a rectangular slot on the inside of a tube, and then a steel bar fits in the key pocket, and that kind of stops it from rotating. We've got a broach set. It's got different sized cutters, different sized collets, different shims, it's all in there. But to actually push that cutter through the tube to create the keyway, you need an arbor press, and I don't have one. I was debating using the hydraulic press, but I thought you guys wouldn't like that. So,
the arbor press.
we've got an arbor press, yeah.
Let me show you how many operations it's got. There we go.
Does that, and it goes up again.
Oh yes, it does go in reverse.
Yeah, that is it. That is all this thing does.
Woohoo!
It just goes up and down.
But it does it well. It does it well, Dom.
And we've got this as an additional table. I think someone's fitted so you can put your lunch there. Cup holder.
Coffee.
Coffee on the side. This basically means we've got literally all the gear and
No idea.
No idea. The bit that we need to actually cut this keyway into took me ages to make on the lathe, and I've only got one, so we can't mess it up.
And let the broaching begin.
Exactly. Let the broaching begin. John,
Yeah.
that was working 2 seconds ago.
No, what's happened? Oh, is it? Come on. Come on, little light. Oh, it's not good, is it? Hey!
Oh,
Use it, error.
oh no! Were you trying to turn it on?
I'm not allowed to disguise.
Were you trying to turn it on by the dimmer?
This is our item for broaching. This is our guide for our broach. Dom's only letting me use my left hand. It is a good
There
fit.
you go.
There it is. It's our very sharp broach, hopefully.
This is the broach, the actual cutter, like the teeth of a saw, which get incrementally bigger the further up the bar you get. So they start small, the actual tooth is deeper on each one. The first one takes a munch, then the one behind it takes a slightly bigger munch, and then the one behind that takes a little bit of a bigger munch, until you get to near the top, then the last few are the same size, I believe. So you send it all the way through, and as every tooth takes a little munch, by the time you get to the end of the bar, you've made a square hole. And then you shim behind the cutter every time to sort of push it further out until we've got the depth of cut that we need.
Shim.
Make it sound so simple.
And we're in.
Oh my.
Oh, we're in, and we're nearly through. Right, okay, we have our first bite of the cherry.
We're not fishing.
Oh,
It's going in.
yes. It's about to fall
I don't know
out.
why do you keep going up? Just to make sure it's...
Square. But I don't want to push it at an angle.
That would just shatter the cutter.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's going in.
We can't stand still.
Is there a hernia?
That's not hernia.
Hernia inducing. The whole thing's moving. That's it. Oh. Oh, lovely. Gently Bentley. Oh yeah.
Oh.
This is doing my back a world of good. Round two.
Shim is in place.
Which way am I turning this? This way.
Yeah,
Ready?
to you.
That's getting a bit stiff now. Oh wow.
That is strong, isn't it? Like that.
No. No. Hang on. Oh.
Hey!
Let me have a go.
No, you're going to have to suspend your entire body weight on it, Dom. There's no question. No, you can't bounce it.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, well done, Dom. I think it's always good to bring these skills in-house.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on, John. Just push it through, John.
I am, Dom. I think
Come on, John.
I might just use one hand.
Push it through. Keep it going.
Oh.
Go on.
like butter.
Oh, there's a lot of...
What?
Keep it going. Come on.
We've got to put it through the other way now.
Yeah, I know. There we go. That is broaching complete. I had one collar, that one part that I'd made. It took a long time to make it just the right size. We smashed it. It worked perfectly. The nice brooch set, the new arbor press, everything worked really, really well. It's left this beautiful, really nice square cut pocket for the key. And then I've used the mill and a very small cutter to lay the actual part on its side. Found the middle, then I ran down the length of it and then went back and forwards. So down the middle, then back and forwards each side. Gently, gently, sneak it up until the key fitted perfectly. This is also the first test of Worth's bearing retainer. I've put a good few blobs in there and pushed the key in there, put it in the vise, clamped it up, left it overnight, and I cannot get it out, which is very promising for using that bearing retainer to glue in the components, the axles, into the casting. I have high hopes now. How well that key is stuck in there, I think we're going to be okay. It's really rewarding. I never thought that I would be here machining and broaching and making sort of keyway components. I'm really chuffed with myself, I guess, in a way. It's weird to say, but I feel like I'm learning a lot. This whole process, I'm really learning an awful lot. All the drawings for the components are now with DK. They're working on those now, so we're going to have some sort of proper plans for them all. The next thing I'm working on is a jig to actually fixture all of the components in the frame. As soon as I've got that, because there's certain things I need to think about with how to clock that keyed part to make sure it's parallel with the top wheel in the right way, in the right orientation. So some homework there to think about, to make the jigs, to set the axles. Once I've got that figured out, I can glue the axles in. But I hope you're enjoying the journey, because I certainly am. We are achingly close to 100,000 subscribers. We need like 5,000 subscribers. And I know that 5,000 of you are watching this video and are not subscribed. So please help us out. If you've enjoyed the series, if you're enjoying watching us make these things, just subscribe, please. I really, really want to get over the 100,000, and we're so close. We're edging away. We're sort of chipping away at the number. It would mean a lot to me and Dan if we can just get over that 100,000 landmark. It will be a massive landmark for us. So please show your support. Click that subscribe button, and let's get over the 100,000 subscribers. But until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you then.